Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is about why narcissists like to argue, what they mean and how you can help yourself. As it might seem like a narcissist enjoys having or causing a great argument. Often while they manipulate and twist everything around onto you, saying, I don't want to argue with you. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do within that kind of conflict with them, you will be wrong and they will be right. And they will twist it so many ways so that you feel like you're getting confused, so that you feel like you're going crazy while the narcissist does whatever they please. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. When it comes to dealing with a narcissist, they have an incredible ability to create an argument. They can seemingly happily start an argument over anything, everything, and simply nothing at all. With a narcissist, they're not interested in their arguments. They are reliant on others giving them praise and attention to make them feel better within themselves. If they cannot get that positive attention, if they cannot get that adoration, then they'll happily go for negative, as they prefer positive attention. Negative attention is still attention to them. They love provoking people's emotions and getting reactions so that they can twist it all around and blame people for the reactions to escape any consequences for the narcissist's actions. They can easily start an argument if they wish to do so when they feel that attention is slipping away from them, causing those around them upset, frustration, anger and self-doubt. They will manipulate it around through blame shifting to the fact that the other person caused the argument in the first place. You might not like how a narcissist thinks or how they act. You may not agree with them. As people who care about others, we can understand everyone is entitled to their own opinion, yet we believe people would take on board other people's opinions. A narcissist cannot do that, and they will not do that. They can manipulate the fact they can take on someone else's opinion if they can exploit that person. When we understand more of why they argue, we are able to do more about it within ourselves. We are able to stop reacting. We are able to see the game they are playing. We then find ourselves less confused and we are able to think straight. Believe in yourself. The dark cloud that a narcissist gives you will lift. So just why do they argue? 1, to provoke you. A narcissist will start an argument out of nowhere just to get you to react, break your shell down and get your emotional reactions from you. All they are after is your emotional response to the argument. So if you give no reaction, be prepared for them to step up their games. Stay strong and do not react. Remember, by reacting, we are giving them exactly what they want from us. When we react to them, we are giving our power to them. They can blame us for our reactions, and we often feel guilt, we often feel remorse for those actions. By staying quiet, we do infuriate them. They are trapped in their own paranoia, trying to work out ways to get us to react, as they believe that they should be the centre of everyone's attention. What an argument about is with a narcissist is irrelevant. It's just their need to make us feel angry, frustrated, fearful, or confusion. They want to get us to doubt and blame ourselves, so whatever we say back, they're not interested in the words, only the attention and provoking our emotional reactions from within us. The The narcissist wants to gain our reactions to feel better about themselves. Don't argue back. They're not actually listening to us. When we argue back, we are wasting our breath while they lap up the emotional responses and the attention that they gain from us. When we react, the narcissist will, of course, blame us for the argument in the first place because of our reactions. By simply not responding, we are taking their ability away from them to argue, and this does hurt a narcissist. Therefore, we get revenge without actually doing anything wrong. We're just saving ourselves an argument. Sometimes with some people the best response is no response, and it is a powerful one. A narcissist will ignore us with those silent treatments to break down our boundaries, get their needs met, upset us, and to get reactions from us. We ignore them so we can leave them in the past and move forwards with our life. 2, to hurt us if they perceive we have hurt them. If a narcissist feels like we have criticised them, they will happily start an argument, even if we didn't criticise them intentionally. They either give us the silent treatment, projection, rage, violence, or a massive argument to gain emotions from us, to gain attention from us, to make themselves feel better. We can avoid this by not criticising them in the first place. Unfortunately, this is very difficult to do around a narcissist. Most of the time we haven't even criticised them. They've just assumed with their own insecurities and paranoia that we have, or they just didn't get their own way. Don't respond, and if you feel the need to, make sure any response is short, to the point, and emotionless. The narcissist might try harder to gain your reactions. We have to stick with our beliefs, our values, our reality, so that we can stick to our boundaries of our own values and our own beliefs. When the narcissist leaves that argument alone, they might try another tactic to get a rise out of you. Stick with no reaction. Narcissists can get bored easily. 3, to get control. They argue to gain control over us and all situations around them. They know we prefer living a peaceful life. We know we prefer communication. They know we prefer getting along with people. We prefer to avoid conflict or drama. We just want stability and calmness and happiness and joy. They know the only way we think that we can achieve this with them, which you never can with a narcissist, as the more control they get, the more they want, the more they'll up their games, the more they'll raise the bar. When we stop arguments occurring in the first place, we begin walking on eggshells, giving up more and more of ourselves trying to please them, losing our boundaries, gradually giving them more control over us, our life, and everything in it, so that they don't cause an argument. The more we unwittingly give up on ourselves to please them, the more they'll expect us to give up for them. Narcissists cause arguments before we go out, as they don't want us going out with other people. This means our attention is elsewhere and not on them. It means that other people might give us their opinion on things and explain things differently to us, so that we can start questioning the narcissist. They only want us to have their opinion. They don't even want us to have our own opinion. They don't actually want to lose us as their main source of supply. As to a narcissist, then they've got to find another source of supply. They only want to lose us, discard us, if they've got somebody else lined up. A narcissist wants to isolate people from friends and family because they want to create that dependency in you. As a narcissist fears abandonment, they go all out to make you dependent on them so that you cannot abandon them. However, if they have a new source of supply lined up, they will abandon you. Before you go out, a narcissist might start an argument about fresh air just to create those feelings within you of uneasiness, so you don't feel like going out. Or when you are out, they will message and ring you constantly so that you feel unease while you're out. Or when you come home, they will create a mass argument so you feel unease going out next time. 5, they argue to make you feel upset or frightened so that we no longer feel like we want to go out. So we no longer feel like we want to arrange anything, slowly giving us anxiety. They might be more direct. They might make the argument about the thing we want to do, anything so we back down to keep the peace. They cause arguments as a method of intimidation to maintain control over us. By not responding, we are sending them a signal that this method of control is not working on us. So when we carry on with our plans and do not react, they will use children in this by being late to pick them up or late to drop them off, not collecting children on prearranged days, asking to have them on days they've not got them, just to control your life any way they can. Suppose you set up routines and boundaries on access to when they see the children so that the children have stability and routine. Your intentions are for the children's best mental health and best welfare. And a narcissist knows your children's feelings are important to you. A narcissist will use the things that you care about the most, as these are the things you will most passionately defend. And if you don't react to this, a narcissist will start talking badly of you to the children if they're old enough. They will start saying things like, I was going to see you, but your other parents wouldn't let me. Just remind your children about routines and stability. They will grow to realise one day, yes, people with compassion can swap and change plans around. People with understanding can swap and change plans around. People who care about their children and want what's best for their children can find a way to work together without mind games. Children will adapt to this. Sometimes stuff happens in life, but when the other parent is continually trying to alter, when they do and don't see the children, it's just another method of manipulation to get at you. Stay strong and stick to the routine and boundaries. If it helps you, stick to the routine. If it helps the children, stick to the routine. Remember that if you've not responded and stuck to your boundaries, this will hurt them and they might up their games. Stand firm on who you are. 6, to feel their self-worth, so we lose ours and become dependent on them. They argue with us to maintain that they are more powerful than us, to keep their superiority over us, to make us feel worthless. The narcissist doesn't have a sense of self-worth. They get their self-esteem by gaining power over those around them any way they can, by keeping us down, by pulling other people down. They believe and feel that they are more important. They feel empowered, they feel superior, and they feel better than those around them, giving them a false sense of self-worth. There is people that raise people up to feel better about themselves, and then there is narcissists who pull other people down to feel better about themselves. 7, exhaustion. The narcissist's ability to argue is endless. While they are gaining responses from us, they will keep the argument going. They simply keep it going to drain us. So eventually we are so sick and tired that we give in, even giving in to things that the argument wasn't about. They will alter the argument until we conform. And once we have, they can start the argument again to get us agree or do another thing for them. By keeping the argument going, they are grinding us down and they are exhausting us. This method is excellent to them in making us more forgetful so that they can gaslight us far easier. We are less able to cope with day-to-day life and our defences are down. We don't want to fight back and we unwittingly fawn to their behaviour. When we are exhausted, it helps the narcissist to manipulate us even more. To help yourself in this, recognise why they are causing the argument and do not respond in any way. Stick to your rules, your boundaries, for your own sanity and your self-worth. During devaluation, they believe you do not know what they are, and during the relationship, they have slowly and carefully upped your emotional reactions to them. So they know exactly what buttons to push to get you to react. It's human nature to want to defend ourselves, explain ourselves, justify ourselves. It's human nature for wanting compromise with another person, to let another person see our version of events and our reality. People want to defend themselves and they want other people to see what's truly happening. With a narcissist, they're not interested in any outcome, only your reactions, so that they can maintain their power and authority over you. With a narcissist causing argument, it's just to trap you into their mind games and doing exactly what they want you to do by reacting to them, because they use your reactions against you. Do not let a narcissist know you know what they are. Read all the information you can on them so you know how to best handle the situation and handle yourself around the narcissist you are dealing with. Do not react. In any argument, do not try to have the last word. As a narcissist knows, you'll try to do that because you feel like you've not been heard. And you're right, you haven't been heard. But the more you speak, the less they listen. They are just enjoying your reactions so that they can further manipulate you. Sometimes when a narcissist says 2 + 2 is 10, you're best off just letting them be wrong and not saying anything to them. You do not have to explain yourself to everybody. It's human nature to really want to respond. It's human nature to want to end a disagreement. It's human nature to want to debate something. It's human nature to want to end an argument. Narcissists are not interested in winning the argument. They're interested in winning the situation and gaining your reactions. They're interested in you giving your power to them, for you to give in to them, for them to get their own way. The best way to win an argument with a narcissist is just to simply no longer play, not responding in any way, shape or form. If you really need to respond to a narcissist, retreat, rethink, and only respond once calm, and if you need to do so, state your point once and once only, and they will try to keep you going. They will try to twist the conversation. Just leave them to it. You've stated your point. There's no more that you can do. I shall add in the video description why narcissists always think they're right and why we have to stop explaining ourselves to narcissistic people. Any thoughts that you have on the video, please add into the comments. Thank you very much for listening, and go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.